Tokens, and today we're going to take a look at Plume. So this one is a public blockchain for RWA So that's real world assets. Tokenize real world assets, distribute them globally, and make them useful for native crypto users. So what are some real world assets? Real estate, so many different ways you can look at real estate on a blockchain. Many people are interested in maybe property, but then you have a lot of other ways to incorporate the RWAs into the blockchain using services like Plume here. So we're going to do a deep dive. Let's go ahead and get into it. And you can see here they have almost 18 million unique addresses, 280 million transactions already, 4 billion assets available, and 180 live protocols. The ecosystem is the industry's best projects and teams live on Plume. And you can see you've got Credible, Paxos, Nest. And let's go ahead and take a look at the price action so you guys know where we're at with this. So if you just pull it up here, it's really kind of fresh off the old block here. So you're getting in early. Fully diluted valuation 1.6 billion. It's so early they haven't even got the market cap on CoinMarketCap. And if you guys wanted to purchase this or get it, you would have to get it on ETH. You could see it is an Ether project. You could add it to the Trust Wallet, Coinbase Wallet, MetaMask. Now let's take a look at some more information introducing Plume here. You can see it is brand new. Plume began with a simple vision: life is better on chain. Our goal is to make the real world accessible and user friendly as crypto native assets. So token allocation, the maximum supply of Plume is capped at 10 billion with an initial circulation of 20%. The largest portion of the token supply is 59%. And you can see right here, you have 46% for the community and ecosystem. That's really good. 13% foundation, 20% core contributors, and 21% early backers. So that's the tokenomics between what you need to know there. And then the token utility. Plume is the utility token within the Plume Network ecosystem designed to support the network's long-term goals and missions. Plume Network plans to create a range of uses. Gas fees to carry out transactions on the Plume Network. Governance. Users can participate in network governance by voting with their Plume. Staking and delegation. Users and validators have the option to stake Plume tokens to help secure the network's operations. In return for their contributions, they can earn staking rewards. The future of RWA which is Real World Assets Finance. And you have Plume Foundation reaffirms its commitment to Plume. So if we go over here and we check their Twitter, because obviously if you're going to get involved, you want to go over here and hit follow and stay up to date with them. But you can see mainnet loading. So that was posted 22 hours ago. With Plume's upcoming mainnet launch, 4 billion in tokenized real world assets will come on chain. But what does it mean for users, builders, and institutions? And then you go into the comments here and they've got that real world update of information. So let's go ahead and take a look here and see what we can learn about the update coming. So real use cases for crypto never seen before. So this is an revolutionary project here with institutional grade real world assets. We kind of had this conversation about RWAs with NFTs previously in the last cycle, but now it's obviously moving on and advancing as the evolution of the market has continued. And 180 plus teams joined Plume to build on full stack infrastructure. You have ARC for tokenization, Passport for smart wallets. That's really good. Nexus for data, Skylink for interoperability. Plume's RWA chain, the only L1 purpose-built for securing RWAs. The only thing I'm not a big fan of is the fact that it is on ETH. Now, ETH, we're still waiting to see what's going on with ETH because it's kind of been a letdown last few, I would say last few weeks, months, over the last year. It's been underperforming. It did that last cycle and then it just kind of took off. But right now, I mean, Solana has just been outperforming ETH in a lot of areas. But they still build like these kind of projects, these utility tokens on ETH. That's really where the utility tokens are being built. This is just a start for Plume's journey to bring real world on-chain with RWA. Plume is built by contributors who foresee a multi-trillion-dollar RWA market backed by best investors in the industry. I would say this is an opportunity for you to get in on something early. It's going to be a little bit of a high risk, high reward, because if one, ETH doesn't succeed, or two, real world assets and tokenization go in a different direction than what Plume is building. But you can see there is investment capital behind it. You've got Galaxy, you've got Superskip, you've got Lightspeed Faction, A Capital, Reciprocal Ventures. So it's got some venture capital behind it, and investors. So that's good to see, because that's that support, right? With upcoming launch of Plume, the Plume Foundation reaffirms its commitment to the Plume community and ecosystem, enabling hundreds of applications and bringing trillions of real-world assets on-chain. But what they need to really start talking about is what assets they've brought on-chain already, and that's kind of what we're waiting for next layer. Not just necessarily hearing the same jargon over and over, right? We want to hear what they're going to be, who's on-chain, who are they bringing, what's on-chain, right? So that's what we're kind of looking for right now. And as that continues to develop, I look forward to learning more about Plume. But again, this is hot off the press. But this is what we really want, right? We want to know what assets, what real world assets can I buy, can others buy on Plume, because that's where you're going to start seeing the real world use case and the utility. But again, if we just look at the use case here, and then who do we compare it against? Well, let's just look at ONDO and see if this is maybe right where we need to be here. So ONDO's got a $13 billion market valuation, and you can see, I mean, if it's going to compete with ONDO, that could be big. I mean, we could be looking at a 10x maybe in price to ONDO, just to see exactly what they are compared to, say, Plume. You can see they've got a bit more established operations here being mentioned on the Bank of America website. They say they're mentioned on the United States Federal Reserve, Wall Street Journal. I mean, this is kind of big information. So Plume, let's just say Plume ends up being what ONDO is, but a little bit better, right? So that's going to give Plume, like, let's just say that Plume is like the Solana of real world assets. So then you're looking at an opportunity where it not just catches ONDO in market cap, but it exceeds it. So you're looking at, I would say, a possible 10x. And that's what we're really looking for, right? If we're going to make an investment. Now, could that fail? Of course, but you don't want to get too far ahead of yourself. But ONDO right now is the leader in the space, but it'll be interesting to see the development in the market. I don't know if you guys are actually holding ONDO right now, but if you were late to ONDO, now you can get in on Plume. So definitely consider Plume if you're new to real world assets and you feel like you missed out with ONDO. You can see lots of backing right now. Liquid on chain, 24/7, DeFi ready. So anyways, if you guys love videos like this, we'll see you on the next one.